Hello, folks. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to review the trailer for the 1983 movie called Adam and Eve, the First Love Story. Yes, it is another biblical inspired film epic, but it centers on the story of Adam and Eve completely. You notice how when you watch some biblical related movies, they would touch on Adam and Eve and their story briefly, and then they would move on to other characters in the Bible or other situations pertaining to life things. But in this particular movie, the entire film appears to be muchly or mostly about Adam and Eve, from the point of them being in the Garden of Eden and after they had left Eden on whatever journeys they may have went to. Yes, folks. So me finding it an Adam and Eve centric movie drew me to it more because I want to know what was their life like outside of the garden too. Did they have it that hard in comparison to once being the most privileged on the planet in terms of what the Garden of Eden gave them and offered them? So yeah, I sat down to watch this trailer most recently and I found it reasonably entertaining and I want to review it right now. It's from 1983. It's a earlier Adam and Eve film, but there were Adam and Eve films, I believe, in the 1950s or 40s or 30s. So we know it's an ages old tale. Okay. Okay, now I'm sitting down to review this trailer. Here we go. Okay, it's coming on. This looks like an early 1980s movie because I could recognize the 1980s look, the 1980s scenery, the 1980s style of filmmaking. So this is definitely a 1980s film, but rather an early 1980s looking film. Now they're showing Adam alone. No, wait, they're showing the creation of everything in its own particular way that it is. And then Adam is shown like they did a brief, like the world is created, and then Adam is shown in daylight on the beach or laying down somewhere. He appears to be bored and he's playing in the dirt. And then he's making a face of a person in the dirt. Okay, now God made it turn into a woman some kind of way. Now he's removing the dirt away and it's a woman. Oh, look, a very beautiful woman. Now Adam is shown carrying this beautiful woman, which is Eve. Both of them do not have any clothes on. So this is an authentic movie where they're keeping the clothes off to keep the authenticity. Okay, he's carrying Eve. They appear to be bonding good. They're in the Garden of Eden. Now they're shown sleep by a lion and some other animals. So it's peaceful in the Garden of Eden, no matter how many vicious wild beasts or animals that live in there. They act tame and they do not attack people. They probably didn't even attack each other. Okay. And now they're showing the mysterious apple scene. Now Adam and Eve are shown being cast from the Garden of Eden. It's like they're being chased by a mysterious force. A big rock is seen hurling towards them. Now they're forced to jump off into a steep area, like a steep downpour that heads into water. So they were thrust from the Garden of Eden that way, in a most harsh way. Now they're shown outside of the Garden of Eden, and there are cavemen shown now. So now they are amongst barbaric looking cavemen, and now they've come under attack. So they're showing Adam and Eve come under attack by Cro-Magnons, you know those type of cavemen from 4 million years BC that are walking around fighting to get dinosaurs. Like, not at that time, there's no Taco Bell, there's no steak dinners, there's no rodeo type of situation. Now you gotta hunt dinosaurs if you want meat, or if you can find anything edible as a crop, you get that too. So Adam and Eve gotta try to survive in that type of world outside of the garden, as shown. Okay, they managed to get away. And now Adam is shown being attacked by a giant bird. It looks like some kind of T-Rex. It looks like one of those flying prehistoric eagle vulture birds. Adam seems to be strangling it. Now he's going to have meat for the next, 3 weeks now. All right, him and Eve have still stayed together. As I can see, they haven't gotten a divorce. All right, folks. I would give this movie an A plus. I like it from watching it through the trailer. But what do you think? All right, let me know if you want to.